Thank you for volunteering to serve as a panelist for this year's Acme funding cycle. You should have received an invitation from Submittable that looks like this directly to your email. This is an invitation to join the team. Please click Sign In. If you're previously logged into Submittable, you'll automatically be directed to this homepage. However, if you were previously signed out of Submittable, it'll prompt you to sign in with your email address and password. Once signed in, you will see this landing page with all of the applications that you've been assigned to review. Before we get into the review, I want to show you the forms that are directly available to you as a panelist. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see this blue icon with your initials. Please click that, and under Personal Account, please select Submissions. This will take you to all of the submissions that you've created through this email in Submittable. You'll want to click on the one that you've done through the Panelist Interest submission. Please click the hyperlink. Here, you'll see a few different tabs, but I want you to click on the Forms tab. In the Forms tab, you'll see your intake form that you submitted as a panelist and the finance form that was sent to you. You should have also received an email from Submittable letting you know that your financial information form is available to you. You're welcome to access the form directly through the link in the email, or you may access it through Submittable itself. Please click Continue or Open on the finance form. The finance form is how the Long Center collects your financial information to process payment for your service as a panelist. This question, please select the answer that best fits your situation, is important. If you have never been paid by the Long Center before, you'll go through Pathway 1. If you have been paid by the Long Center before and nothing has changed in your bank details or your W-9 information, you'll select Pathway 2. If you have been paid by the Long Center before, but your W-9 information or your bank details have changed, please select Pathway 3. You'll work your way through the rest of the form and click Submit Form when complete. When done, you'll select Back to Forms. Another feature I want to point out is the Messages tab. Here, you can send a message directly to Acme staff. You don't have to include who it's going to, you'll just include a subject and a message and hit send. Now let's go back and look at the applications that you've been assigned to review. To do so, you'll click the blue icon with your initials in the upper right-hand corner again. And under Team Accounts, you'll click Acme Funding Programs. Again, this will take you to the list of all of the applications that you've been assigned to review. You should have also received an email in your inbox from Submittable with a list that is hyperlinked of all of the applications that you've been assigned to. You're welcome to click on each hyperlink to access the applications themselves or just work directly out of Submittable. Please click the first submission that you'd like to start with. This is the general review page that you'll be working out of. You may disregard these labels at the top, the Activity tab, and the Messages tab. You'll only want to be working out of the form itself and the review page. Something I'd like to add is if you would like to download the application beforehand to take general notes before you start your review, you may do so. To do so, you'll click the More with the drop-down menu, and you'll click Download Form Data. The form will then be replicated into your downloads, and you're welcome to work out of it separately outside of Submittable. Now, to begin your review, you'll click Complete Review. You'll then select the type of scorer that you are. You, as a panelist, will select that you are a review panelist. You will then be asked about the conflict of interest. Please certify whether or not you have a conflict of interest. If you do pose a conflict of interest, you'll select that you do, and you'll be asked to explain what the conflict of interest is, and then that will be the end of the review form for you. However, if you do not pose a conflict of interest, please select that you do not pose a conflict of interest, in which the rest of the form will be open to you. The way that the review form is broken out mirrors exactly how the application is. You'll see here, for example, General Project Information. In the application, you'll scroll down to find where it says General Project Information. You as a panelist will know if you've been assigned to capital improvement projects or heritage events projects. Please select which one you've been assigned to. This one, for example, is a heritage event, so I've selected heritage event. You'll then want to locate the preservation impact section. Again, we see preservation impact right here. The question here again mirrors what the applicant was asked in the application. You are then asked to choose the response and the point value, or the point value range, I should say, that best fits the applicant's response. You are making this decision based off their narrative response and their uploads. Once you choose the point range that you feel best reflects their response, you will then be asked to select the actual score that you want to assign. For example, if you select 8 to 9 strong, you'll then want to answer which point, either 8 or 9, best reflects the score. Please then enter your comments and feedback in the required text box. This is very helpful for applicants so that they know how they can improve their applications in the future. Once you finish your review form, and I've just done all of these as a test, you'll want to hit Submit Review. However, before we submit review, I want to show you one additional feature, and that's the budget table. Here, the applicant is asked to present a budget table. Since it's somewhat consolidated in the application itself, you have this tool here where you can expand the budget table. You'll see that it expands to a larger screen so that you can see clearly what each row and column represents. When you're ready to exit the budget table, you'll just hit the X. Once your review is complete again, you'll click Submit Review. At this point, you are now done with your review. However, should you want to go back in and edit your review, you'll click Back to Review List, and you'll see this little pencil here. If you hover over it, it says Edit, and you'll select that button. Here, you can go in and change any of your responses. If you do change your responses, please be sure to update review. From there, you can go back to your list and move on to the next one. Thank you so much, and please let us know if you have any questions.